Hello everyone, this is General Hand Grenade. Welcome to my war room in Prince George, British Columbia. In this video, we are going to be looking at the People's Republic of China faction in the game Global War 2025 Meltdown. So, what you're looking at is the red units there in the red territories. That's China. And they're pretty much concentrated in one spot, but they're really quite powerful though. They've got a really good arsenal of missiles. They've got ICBMs, and they've got a pretty good special ability, like one of the best special abilities, I think. But we'll see. I haven't played the game, so when I do play, though, I think that this is going to prove pretty powerful. So you're looking at them then. Let me just move back a bit, show you what else they have. So they've got those ships there as well, right? Those are the things that are on the board. But also, there's North Korea there. So let's just move up here for a second. Those units in the blow-up box there are right here. So as you can see, they've got quite a bit of stuff. They've got some IRBMs. They've got ICBMs. Those are the most powerful. Both of those are nuclear missiles, right? And you can see here, like I've piled these things just on the board there, like I've done with all the other factions, because with those, the ballistic missiles, submarines, and the drones, you can put those wherever you want when you start. So I've just piled them in the territories so that when we start a game, whoever's playing China, for instance, can put those wherever they want on the board, right? So anyway, that's what the opening setup looks like for them. Now, let's just take a look at what's around them first. Like here you can see mostly what they're going to be fighting right off the bat is the Pacific Coalition. They're the ones in yellow there, right? So there's some yellow there and down here in the islands. But then, of course, the Americans are very powerful and they're right on their doorstep. Probably the first thing China's going to do is take out Japan. They've got a couple of airborne units there, and they've got some transport capacity. They'll probably take out Japan because they go before the Pacific Coalition does. Then they can certainly take them out, probably pretty easily, and gain themselves some territory there, right? Anyway, let's take a look at what their arsenal is and what their special abilities are. So here we go. Now, their starting income is 35 IPPs, but like I said, they could probably take out Japan pretty quickly, and Japan is worth 5, so their income's going to go up right away, right? And maybe even more than that. 5 cyber warfare points, that's very good. And it's their special ability, like I mentioned earlier, that's really good. They're called anti-ship ballistic missiles. So the naval bases in starting territories may fire 1 anti-ship ballistic missile during combat phase and 1 anti-ship ballistic missile during enemy movement phase. And that means that each naval base could fire one of those missiles twice a turn, right? So let's just take a look over here. So you look here, like for instance, if there were Western ships in this territory in here, you've got this, so that's 2 naval bases. Up top here, there's 3 naval bases if they were in this one, like that. And remember, it's only starting territories, right? So it's not if you take over Japan, but just these starting territories. So 3 naval bases in here, you could shoot 6 of those anti-ballistic missiles. So what those things are, they're actually pretty powerful, and also it goes to what they have for a weapon as well, the special weapon that they can get on the technology. So let me just tell you about those. China has established a network of land-based anti-ballistic missiles to protect their coast. And like I said, they can do that with their naval bases. So they attack at 4, and they have first strike and a target selection of 1 to 2, and they cost 4 to purchase. So they're going to get, what do they got? 5 of them to begin with, and after that they can purchase them for 4 IPP each. and you can see like it's going to be tough to get anywhere close to China with those things on your border, like, or able to hit any ship that is adjacent to one of their starting territories there. So China is going to be a tough nut to crack, I think, because of that. And so that's their special ability. Now let's take a look at their arsenal here. As I said, they have 5 of those anti-ship ballistic missiles to begin with. They also have 2 sub-launch ballistic missiles, and those are nuclear, as well as 4 ICBMs, and those are nuclear as well, right? Plus they have 5 nuclear cruise missiles and 10 regular cruise missiles. And so they're pretty stacked. Plus, like I said, they're going to get that money right out in the beginning there, probably from Japan. And so they're going to have a lot of money. They're going to be a tough faction to fight. And so the Americans, they can't just concentrate in Europe. They're going to have to keep an eye on the Pacific as well, right? Because I don't think the Pacific Coalition is going to be able to stand up to China and the Caliphate at the same time, right? So let's take a look at the technology. Now, with their technology, they have the same 5 technologies as 5 of the other nations, everybody but the Caliphate. So they're hypersonic cruise missiles. That means their cruise missiles are going to attack at 5 and have a target selection of one or two. But they're going to cost 4 IPPs each. They got the anti-ballistic missiles, so in their starting territories, they have the opportunity, at least, to shoot down any ballistic missiles shot at them. They've got improved drones, so their drones will move 4 instead of 2. Next generation fighters, those fighters, instead of attacking and defending at 6, they're going to attack and defend at 8, and they're going to cost 14 instead of 12. Next generation main battle tank, so they'll attack and defend at 8 instead of 6, and they'll cost 8 instead of 6. Now, the one unique ability they have is artificial islands, and there's not something that you'll put on the board to represent that. You'll just know, okay, they've developed artificial islands, and what that does is it makes their anti-ship ballistic missiles +1 attack. So, as if it wasn't hard enough to get close to their coastline. Now their anti-ship ballistic missiles are going to attack at 5 instead of 4. So that's almost 50% kill ratio, right? And you got to remember, they also have that target selection as well. So China's going to be a pretty good nation. If you're trying to pick a nation, which one you want to play, and there's a lot of people, then China wouldn't be a bad one if you like powerful nations, right? Because I think that they're going to be a pretty powerful one. And that is in keeping in today's world, right? China is a pretty powerful nation right now on a global scale. Anyway, that's the People's Republic of China faction. So, take care, everyone. General Hand Grenade out.